The purpose of a leader's presence in the arena of international struggle does not lie in the acquisition of administrative authority, but rather in the ability to decouple human consciousness from the systems of misinformation that have accumulated over centuries, to the point where they have become the norm and all else the exception. The first step in forging a human rights activist begins with shattering the stereotypical mental image painted by the international community, which depicts humanitarian work as mere technical relief or the distribution of crumbs from the table. A true leader realizes that rights are not granted by organizations, they are reclaimed through deep philosophical and political awareness that bridges the gap between an individual's biological needs and their existential dignity. The shift from law to engagement. Therefore, the first lesson is embodied in reviewing the concept of personal sovereignty versus legal sovereignty. International law, in its essence, is merely a reflection of power dynamics rather than an embodiment of absolute justice. Consequently, a leader must treat international and local legal texts as tools of engagement, not as sacred axioms. Psychological and sociological awakening. A true start requires you, as an activist, to master the art of reading between political lines and discovering the psychological depths of oppressed peoples suffering from alienation syndrome, where the victim is convinced that their chains are the guarantee of their stability. Here, the sociological role of the leader emerges, restructuring the social fabric by instilling an intellectual revolution aimed not at chaos, but at awakening. From employees to wise revolutionaries. We face a historical dilemma. Previous training methodologies were designed to produce employees with the rank of ambassadors, whereas the current demand is for revolutionaries with the rank of sages. These leaders must possess the ability to analyze crises before they occur by monitoring subtle shifts in global political discourse and decoding the economic interests hidden behind slogans of peace. Core principles of the new methodology. The activist we seek does not merely find solutions to existing problems, they prevent the problem from occurring by redefining the relationship between the individual and the state and the global system. This must be done within a framework of moral parity that rejects intellectual dependency. This approach moves away from recycled narratives and packaged information prevalent in the digital space. Instead, it relies on the theory of deep penetration of human consciousness, training leaders to use mass psychology to stimulate positive social change without falling into the trap of narrow ideological indoctrination. The ultimate goal. The objective of this series is to draft an intellectual and emotional constitution for leaders to follow, serving as beacons in the history of human struggle. This path is built upon a comprehensive understanding of geopolitics, navigating the complexities of international law, which is often used to incapacitate the weak rather than support them. The greatest challenge, therefore, is for you to remain vigilant against attempts at co-optation by major powers under the guise of support and aid. A true activist possesses independence of decision-making, derived from the strength of philosophical argument and a self-built legal legitimacy. Achieved through continuous research and rigorous analysis of lived reality, far from the illusions promoted by traditional or digital media. This is the cornerstone of the intellectual academy that will carry your name as a way of life for all who decide to sincerely and selflessly dedicate their lives to the service of humanity. Copyright HRH Princess AMB Dr. Narzine Bani Hashem.